All right, team, we will be starting in about 1 minute. 1 minute. I got this live streaming on YouTube so that people can get it there as well. And also I'll be posting the video, of course, as always. All right, team, we will be starting in about 1 minute. 1 minute. I got this live streaming on YouTube. All right, team, so that people can get. All right, I got a little background, but the first time we're doing this, so we got the Zoom working in conjunction with the YouTube, which is fantastic. We're leveraging technology here, so it's absolutely I got a little great background opportunity for us. The first time we're doing this, so we got the Zoom working in conjunction with the YouTube, which is fantastic. We're leveraging technology here, so it's absolutely I got a little great background opportunity for us. The first time we're doing this. We're leveraging technology here, so it's absolutely I got a little. I'm going to try to fix this real quick. Hang on.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Yep, I'm just getting things set up. So, Is everyone able to hear me now?
Yeah, I heard you.
All right, 1 second.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Yep, I'm just getting things set up. So, Is everyone able to hear me now?
Yeah, I heard you.
All right, 1 second. Seems like we got kind of an echo going on. So I'm going to try to fix that real quick. So is everyone able to hear me now?
Yeah, I heard you.
All right, 1 second. Seems like we got kind of an echo going on. So I'm going to try to fix that real quick. So is everyone able to hear me now?
Yeah, I heard you.
All right, 1 second. Seems like we got kind of an echo going on. So I'm going to try to fix that real quick. So is everyone able to hear me now? All right. I think we got a basic echo from the YouTube app going on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off now. And I'll be right back for the Zoom. Okay, we're going to go ahead and roll with this. This is Truck, which Traders War Room. We're going to go ahead and start with the Friday market wrap up. It's something we used to do a while back, but we're going to go ahead and get it started back going into July. Go ahead and roll with this. This is Truck, which Traders War Room. Market wrap up. Hang on. It's something we used to do a while back, but we're going to go ahead and get it started back going into
we're
July.
Go ahead and roll with this. This is Chuck, which Traders War Room.
Hey, Chuck, we're getting
Hey,
duplications of what you're saying and stuff.
but we're going to go ahead and get it started back. All right. Are you guys able to hear me clearly now?
Yeah, I think maybe. Are you trying to like do this on multiple platforms?
Yeah, I was live streaming on YouTube as well, but I just basically paused myself on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out, man. I'm Chuck Fu with Traders War Room. We're trying to leverage technology here. We got the YouTube up. I'm going to have to figure out how to get away from that echoing. So we'll figure that out another time. Thank you, guys. We're going to go ahead and start this weekly wrap up. We used to do this a few months ago, but we kind of got away for it just because stuff just started popping off and everything like that. And we want to get back into it. So basically we're going to go over just a short brief of kind of what happened in the market this past week. Look at some stocks that you guys like and potentially push on into the next couple weeks, see if we get some moves, and then kind of we can do some basic training. The idea is to have something about 30 minutes, get you guys that little, at the end of the week, a little after action review, get some training, get some knowledge, and so that we can push on and move on into next week with, more ammo and better tools on our tool belt to go out and destroy the market. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and then I'll open it up to the floor, and we'll go ahead and allow people to come in here and ask on specific things. But let's go ahead and take a look at what the market did. So when we're looking at the market, this is today right here, okay? You saw that we had a nice little push coming out for yesterday, because yesterday was some pretty bearish comments. We had some data that came in pretty hot, and it kind of got people spooked out. But then you started seeing today kind of starting off a little volatility here, normal at the market bell. And then you started seeing the run towards midday. And then after midday, we started seeing a sharp decline. Now, some of this could be some of the data that got digested, but I think that a lot of this is just overall just bearish sentiment on the unknown and not wanting to go into next week with a lot of food on the table. So you saw a pretty dramatic decline going into the close. Definitely puts were making some money. And then here into the midday, we saw some decent money being made with the calls. And so it's kind of a good trade day going both ways, especially day traders liking to trade both ways. Calls made money and then puts made money. So it was a good idea. I know Shiner was in the live trading room on the TWR platform, and he was making a killing just, scalping the market, doing what he does. And so let's go ahead and look at the top. So when we're looking at the top gainers, I want you guys to take note of this price action here on the top gainers. All right. Notice that we're not seeing a lot of the top gainers being those big blue chip stocks that we like to trade, the Teslas, the Apple, the Googles. I want you guys to take note of this. Okay. This is penny stocks. All right. And why am I saying that? Well, typically in the summer months, you start to see the blue chips kind of cool down a little bit, and you'll see a lot less volatility, a lot less broadening of the price action, and you'll see more consolidation and tighter price action with the blue chip stocks. But the penny stock market starts to pick up, so it's a good opportunity to get into some of these cheap trades. And I mean, look at this, $1.95, and this thing went for 144%, so it definitely was a lot lower. And these are so cheap that you buy 100 shares of these, they move 25, 50 cents. You made your daily amount. That's your goal right there, $25 to $50 a day, just trading some decent penny stocks. So I want you guys to pay attention to penny stocks and not get too hung up on the option side of the house, because stocks are making money too, specifically in the penny stock as we heat up. Let's go into the active. You can see the active stocks. Of course, you got some of the big numbers there. The Tesla, right? Rivian was absolutely destroying it today. We got the bullish news. We also got a fantastic trade that we did, at least from my alerts. We heard the news. We went ahead and popped in. And the news that really caught my eye, and just to give you some substance on what got me thinking, call, right? Well, when you hear buzzwords about Rivian and going to attack, for second place in the EV auto industry, Well, we know that Tesla's king, right? Okay, so Tesla has the moat. They have the production. They have a lot of things that make them first. So you can't take the king off the pedestal. But you got Rivian that's coming up and attacking to go get the second place, and they got a lot of institutional backing behind them. So when I heard that type of commentary coming from the news stations and then on the analyst reports as well, I was like, okay, this is going to get some steam underneath its belt. And absolutely, it just ran, and it was a fantastic trade. We'll probably see a pullback next week, which is one of the reasons why we did a put for the swing over the weekend. But it was a fantastic call trade that absolutely destroyed today, and it was a great swing trade for us. Tesla, obviously, it's very active as well. Always a good day trading stock. Now, be careful with Tesla, because I like to trade Tesla and other people like to trade it. And why? Well, because Tesla makes us money. It's a fantastic day trading stock, but just as quick as it'll make you do the happy dance, as you're walking to the bank, it'll make you cry tears coming out in puddles of dollar signs, because it will take your money just as fast as it'll make you money. Also, I want you guys to start paying attention to Lucid. Okay, it had some decent volume coming in here, and Lucid is cheap, way cheaper than it was. Remember, this was a SPAC that at the height of it was like a $75 stock. Okay, they got a lot of this Arab interest in the stock and a lot of backing with that, Saudi Arabia over there, the Middle East, all that oil money is coming in to get this Lucid thing up and running. Okay, so there's a lot of backing. I could see this doubling in the near future, going from 7 to 14 or 15 very quickly, very easily, just like Rivian. Rivian was down, I think like a $12 stock or something not too long ago. It gets the institutional backing and we start to see the run up. So Mara, also paying attention to Mara and Riot. Those, if you remember, and Shiner remembers this, because Shiner used to trade Riot like crazy when it was a $60, $70 stock. Okay, these things are definitely popping along with the crypto stuff. People are not going in so much into crypto because of the government regulations coming with the trading stipulations and stuff like this. So they're looking for these blockchain technology stocks, these crypto-ish type of stocks, and they're putting a lot of money into those because they feel as it's a safer investment along the crypto and blockchain universe. So definitely paying attention to that. Let's go into a couple stocks, because I wanted to talk about what we kind of saw this week. So let's go ahead. I want to look at SPY, and we're going to go ahead and pull out a little bit. Okay, we're going to go into a 5-day. I want to go into a 5-day look. Let's go ahead and go into a 30-minute approach and push it out to 5 days. Okay, so I want to get a 5-day look on SPY. All right, so here's today, yesterday. So we get 5 days. All right, what we see with SPY, okay, we saw this huge push up, right? I mean, SPY's moving above the 50-day. This fat red line here is the 50-day moving average, right? We like this because the 50-day moving average, it gives us kind of a baseline. All right. And we like to utilize the 50-day moving average, specifically when we're looking at further out time frames, such as the 30-minute, the 4-hour, or even a day. We like the 50 moving average because what we're looking for is we're noticing all this price action is pretty much above us. Okay. And it started taking off really quick right here. Now, anytime you guys see stuff like this, specifically coming out of some rangy, this is more tight range, right? Where you got 437, 435, you got a $2 tight range, right? But you come out of this and you explode to the top. Anytime you see this, specifically with stocks that start to wick out at the top, I want you to think too much too soon. Okay. And just like the story unfolded the rest of this week, we saw it peak up at the top, wick out, and we started hitting that resistance. Okay. This is firm resistance right here, 4409, right? We hit that, we came down, we tried it again. All right. This, you can consider this almost like a triple top. You hit here in pre-market, in the main of the day. This is almost like a triple top of resistance. This is strong resistance, and it was bound to fail and come back down to the downside. So any of you that were watching that and playing off the reversal, this was your hallmark sign. One, test, pull back, test again, pull back, test again, pull back. 3 strikes, you're out. You should be thinking that it's going to come back to the downside. And as soon as we started getting the price action below the 50, that was your cue for, yes, we are in bearish mode here. We started seeing this coming in on, what was this, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, right? Wednesday, we started seeing the price action start dipping below the 50, right? That should have got us really thinking, and it would have been an opportune time to go ahead and swing your idea, because we weren't able to come back up on that Wednesday, come back up to test those higher days. We actually were lower than that. That's the key to go ahead and say, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger on this. Let's go ahead and go short. And people that went short absolutely made a killing. Look at this dump, 434 all the way down to like 437, man. That was, excuse me, 443 to 437. Absolutely killer, killer trade. Now, can we trade this during the day? Yeah, absolutely. Look, you trade the puts during the day, you trade the calls there. You make money going both ways. That's why people like SPY. But we're looking for more stronger type of trades. Okay. Yes, we like the 25 plus, the $50 plus, the 100 plus, but when we get some runners like these 443 down to 437, when we can get these runners with multiple dollar trades, specifically for trading options, this is where we're coming, and we're going to start banking hard. Okay. And this is what I'm trying to get to you guys, is noticing these trends coming down. Now, looking at where we're at today on SPY, yeah, we came up, we retested it, we failed, we came back down, got a little gap right there, right? Tried to retest and get the gap fill, failed it though, came back down, kind of consolidated out. I would wager going into next week that we might bounce going into Monday. Typically SPY likes to bounce coming in off of a weekend, just to, just a little bit, but we'll probably find some resistance and probably go to retest this lower level, because what we're going to do now at these lower level, because we already hit this just the other day, right? We're going to go see if this is true support. We consolidated out near it, right? We're about $1 off of it. We're going to go ahead and come down here, probably most likely on Monday or Tuesday, retest that to see if we truly have support. And if we can hold that, we'll bounce. But if not, we're probably going to take a leg down to the downside. So I'll be looking for this probably for some short trades. After initial pop on Monday, I'll be looking for the reversal to the downside to go retest this 437, 435, or 436 area. That's one of my goals I'm going to do. Let's look at Apple. Apple was absolutely on a tear, guys. Okay, this was one of those. Here you go. $3 trillion market cap day, right? That was a big event. And I don't know if you guys follow me, you probably follow different analysts and stuff, but I want you guys to understand, I was telling people from the get-go, we're probably going to see the pullback from hitting this milestone. Okay, Apple was absolutely been on a tear here. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, coming out of downtrend, and it's just been nothing but up and up and up, right? And then we hit that $3 trillion market cap milestone. And that right there is one of those hallmark things again: buy the rumor, sell the news. It hit that milestone, and you started seeing people go ahead and peel out of their position. Yes, we resurged up, we retested it, absolutely, but now we're coming back down to the downside. I think Apple will still stay strong. We'll probably consolidate a little bit, but we're going to start legging down to go retest some of these areas. And I got a line right here, 189.50. I think 189, 188 is a good area for us to come down to go retest to see if the support holds, which it probably will. I don't know hardly any of the IRAs, the big institutions, all these people, everyone's investing in Apple. Okay, so everyone's investing in Apple, so it'll probably hold. But if we start bouncing around, we'll probably see some legs down from just people taking bread off the table and taking profit when profit is present. So we need to pay attention to that. Amazon, I want you guys to watch Amazon going in the next week. So after the market, they were talking about Amazon. You can look at Amazon. Amazon's pretty good stock right in here. Look at this. This is what we call ranging. Okay, this is consolidation mode. Yes, we got some spikes, we got some dumps, but when you look at it on the grand scheme of things, let's go ahead and put a rectangle. Anytime you're looking for things that have consolidation, I want you guys to go ahead and get a drawing tool and go ahead and put rectangles on things. Let me find my rectangles. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and put a rectangle on this. All right, and it doesn't have to be perfect, right? But get the rectangle, support, resistance. Okay, look at how long we've been ranging from the breakout into resistance and support. We've been ranging since, what's that, the 22nd of June. Okay, and it's basically within, what is this up here? This is like 131, 127, $4 range. Okay, Amazon has news that came out after the bell that their AWS system, which is really the money cow that investors are getting into, is that cloud system that they have. Amazon has this news that's coming out that their AWS system is basically kind of the outline, the structure that can house this AI revolution boom. That's stronger than the other ones. Okay. People want parameters with this AI so it doesn't get out of hand. AWS gives them that house that they can take that AI technology, put it in this house, and it keeps it secure so that it can continue to, thrive, but within reason. So it doesn't take in, a chance to get out of hand and corrupt and, take away people's personal identification and data and stuff like that. So watch for Amazon to probably pop off of this news going into next week. Specifically, if you hear something Amazon AI related inside of the AWS, that's your key buzzword right there to go, okay, it's probably going to hit that. And I could see Amazon coming out of this level here, because we're ranging, and probably break out to a new level. And last time we broke out, all you got to do to find the breakout, okay? And this is real simple math, but what you do, you go to the previous level of consolidation, right? And you could go up here and down here, but we're just going to kind of cut the middle, right? This 127 to 124, about $3 to $4 moves, right? Same thing here, $3 to $4 move. Well, after we broke out outside of that range, right, that $3 to $4 move, what happened? We broke out to another $3 to $4 move. Okay, same idea here. If we break out above this, right, we'll probably get a $3 to $4 move to the upside, and then we'll kind of rangy here again, which this new level would now kind of become your resistance level or your supply level, and this level here will now become your demand level. It just repeats, just flip-flops. But that's what we'll see. Probably styles tend to repeat themselves, and that's why technical analysis exists. And I want you guys to understand that. So this has to be on your watch list next week, because this is one of those plays that can give you that 5 to 10 point push that you want. Specifically, if you're long Amazon and shares, this is a great opportunity to probably start nibbling into a position. So definitely put that on your radar, guys. Let's talk about Nike. We went short on Nike. We went short. Snowman had my back, and he was holding Nike with me. Some people, I got a lot of hate for this Nike trade because, well, we got into the put over here, right? And then Nike just took off, and people were like, oh man, Chuck, you did it to me again. I followed the only trade I followed you on, and, it goes sour. And I was like, just stay with it. Stay with it. Okay. Keep with it. And look what happened. Coming out of consolidation, the news, that China news we were talking about, ended up hitting. And man, this thing went all the way down to 104. Absolutely destruction of a play. Okay. Fantastic play. We ended up coming out yesterday full position, but we could have came out today full position and still made absolutely stellar money on this one. So that's the type of stuff we need to pay attention to. Nike had those horrible earnings. Okay. They popped a little bit because of the dump here, right? Horrible earnings, dump, right? Consolidate a little bit. They popped because Nike's popular, but they couldn't hold that. Okay. They couldn't hold that level of previous levels here. And they ended up hitting it 1, 2, 3. And then on that one, it just came down, and we started trading below that 50 all the way down. You just ride the wave at that point, ride the wave, bam, take the money. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. You can come into the chat, or you can come on a mic. If you got a stock you want to look at, let's look at it. Let's break it down, see what we got moving into next week. Or if you had a stock that you had a question on this week because you thought it was going to do something and it didn't do what you thought it was going to, let's take a look at it. So go ahead, open up the floor. The mic is yours. Just come in at just be respectful of other people when you come in. BA and coin. All right, let's look at BA and coin. We'll do BA first. All right, here we go. All right, BA. So I'm using the 30-minute chart. I could use the day chart or the 4-hour, but the 30-minute seems to be pretty good because really we're not concerned with what it did back when, okay? We're kind of looking at what it's doing now because we have levels of support and levels of resistance that things are trading. Okay. When we start to look at what it's done previously, we're start to looking at 52-week lows or 52-week highs. That's why we want to go back. But right here, we're just fine. We're seeing what we got. We got our top level here, 220, got our bottom level, 205. We could even probably dump that a little bit because we got some strong consolidation. We can probably go a little bit further down on that one. So I'd say support overall is like 204, right? So 205, 220, high resistance, high support. We're inside this battle zone. And if you guys follow my charts, you know we talked about the battle zone before. So we've been doing this battle zone thing for a while, and I want you guys to pay attention. Anytime we're in a battle zone, again, I love rectangles, okay? I love shapes, and rectangles are so easy, okay? Let's put a rectangle on this. All right, so we're inside this battle zone, okay? Purple, remember, purple's my battle zone. Breaking to the upside, thinking of follow through to the high target. Break down to the bottom side, follow through to the low target. But inside of this battle zone, I want you to just take note of that 50-day, okay? And let's blow it up a little bit. We're right on that 50-day, okay? 50-day, for all intents and purposes, I want you guys to think of that 50-day as like the DMZ line over there in South Korea and North Korea, okay? We start to get the price action closing solidly, fully, not just touching it, right? But a full, like these, the low, the 50-day, we gotta respect the trend, and we got to start thinking the short term, right? And then we start breaking our battle zones, right? And remember, our battle zones are taken off of previous price action right here. We got intra support, intra resistance, okay? We start to go below that 50-day, and we start to peak around that intra support. We got to respect the trend and assume that we might get follow through, specifically if we get a strong catalyst type of news to the downside. Same thing, if we can hold this level specifically above these moving averages, respect the trend again, and definitely if we cross that threshold of the top, we got to expect the breakout to go retest those 220. So I'm 50-50 on this right now, and I'm waiting for it to make a move at that DMZ line. Does that make sense? The person that asked that question. All right, let's take a look at coin, because you asked about coin. Let's look at that. And I did a coin trade today. I went short on coin, and the reason why, and I put the reason why, but the reason why is I was reading the reports about the Binance thing. Okay. And I know that Coinbase and Binance are not the same thing, but they're in the same ecosystem. They're in the same realm, right? And so basically what I assessed from what I was reading, what I was hearing, is that Binance was having a lot of these senior executive levels, resign and walk away from the company. Now, that may not seem like anything, but anytime you got these senior executive levels that are making a buttload of money, right? And they're walking away from a company that it's already kind of sketchy in the first place, you got to start thinking like, why are they walking away? It's like, are they getting out of it before, stuff happens so that they can have, plausible deniability? For instance, if Shiner, right? Just all of a sudden, tomorrow or on Monday just comes out and says, hey, I'm resigning from Traders War Room. I'm no longer going to be a part of this company. Peace. Right? People that have been with us for a while will be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It's like, why is he leaving? Then the speculations start to circle. Same thing if I were to leave. I was just like, hey guys, peace out. I'm out. Boom. Chuck Fu. See ya. You guys would be like, oh man, like what's going on? These guys are, am I going to see, a TikTok video of them getting arrested or something? So it's not a good look. And so with that, and they already got the regulations, I went ahead and went short on this because I think that we're hitting that level, right, where we can't sustain above it. We have these levels down here where we've been retesting. And if we draw that rectangle again, let's go ahead and put that rectangle here, love them rectangles. Right? We're approaching our 50-day moving average. And and basically with my put, today it ran up a little bit, but we failed and we came back down. So I'm expecting this to fail. It's moving averages here, the short term. I'm expecting it to go attack the 50 and most likely fail that on just negative PR move and probably go to refill this gap that we had over here, right? We got this huge breakout from here, and we got a decent little breakout, 73 to 69. So, a $5 move. We had our $5 push here. It's time to go retest this on some cooler data, retest the bottom side. And I think that we probably can get, 76, probably retest that 76 to 74 range and make some money off of this trade. Did I get your answer there? Daryl D. All right. Who got another one? Okay. Eldon. Have to go, but thanks for the session. Learn something new. Have a great week. Hey, congrats. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, my granddaughter. Thank you for coming. Hopefully next Friday you'll be able to hop in and we'll have this a little more structured. Like I said, I'm going to try to get this to go on the YouTube live, but we kind of had some technical difficulties. So we'll figure that one out by next time. Anyone else got a stock they want to cover for next week? See what we got? I gave you a few already. It's your turn, your guys' turn to catch the stocks that you're interested in. Shiner, you got any that you're interested in? AK, Carrie, Latoya?
Today was a pretty good day, though. I tell you, man. Earlier in the week in the live trade room, we got into a Meta and an Nvidia trade. Okay, and but I bought the contracts out for the end of the month, and it just everything went south. I don't know if you remember. I can't remember if it was Monday afternoon or Tuesday. Just everything went south in Nvidia and Meta. And those two trades were down. I was down over $1,000 in each one. I kept telling everybody, be patient. Well, today I finally got the signal to average down. I averaged down and I got out of those both with profit. And it was but today had two very, very strong trends: the morning uptrend, the afternoon downtrend.
Yes, absolutely.
Really good trade.
And Meta's been a fantastic trade, man. This trade, you got to remember, for people that follow Meta's been, if you look at Meta's been on an absolute tear. Let's push out a little bit on Meta. Meta's a great stock to look at, man. All right, look at this. This is the 4 hour. What is this? This is bottom, right? That's bottom. But this thing just absolutely has been on a incline up, just up and up and up and up. And when you see things like this, when you got this stock that was like $150, just what's this? Just in February, okay? Look at that, 148, so below 150 just in February. And now we're pushing 300. All right, that's $150 increase in like 4 months, okay? You see stuff like this, and this just tells you, and they got, rightfully so, they got a lot of stuff going on, but it's time for a cool down. People are going to start taking bread off the table in the uncertainty. Now, Shiner had calls, which was, you had calls, right? Or were they puts?
The Nvidia and Meta were calls.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's just like your Nike. Just be patient. If you got time, you got to be patient.
Yep. And what people saw here is, it pushed again, right? It got into that 300, and they have to remember that, Meta's had trouble in the past when it was fluctuating at these levels, holding that 300 range, without some sort of strong catalyst news, right? So of course, people are going to start taking some bread off the table. You got the Twitter beef going on with, Musk and, Zuck and all that stuff, right? But then, what do we get? We get some strong news about Thread. Now, here's the Thread news, right? Here's Threads. Boom, Threads. Meta's up, all right? Threads is coming online. They're going to rival Tesla, all that stuff. You got all this. Now, this is typical buy the rumor, sell the news. People are just selling it, right? But it held this level. It held very nice. And then you get this nice pop, because what happened? Well, today we got the report that, within just the first day of being open on Threads, 10 million people, I think it's even more, but, they had a record of the most people signing up for an app ever, right? Okay. So they get that push, and Shiner was absolutely right. Staying patient. We saw that the volume was starting to lessen, right? You got the lessen volume coming. You still got the cascading effect coming. People are just coming out of position. And now you're going to start getting your opportunity for reverse, and you get that catalyst news. You take your opportunity down here. He got the signal to go ahead and average down, and you ride this up. And this was a fantastic 290, to like 294. That's a $4 move right there. Specifically, if you were in those calls and you had to average down, that's good strategy right there. That's why Shiner's the best. Okay. You guys need to go into the live trading room on TWR and get schooled up by Shiner, because 37 years in the game, you can't find that type of experience anywhere for the price that we charge, man, because he's pushing like, Jim Cramer type of credentials. All right. And I know people got their things about Jim Cramer, whatever. Dude's a legend over there in the stock market, right? He got those type of credentials, guys, and you got them right here on TWR. Let's look at NVDA. NVDA. All right, NVDA, same thing. NVDA is one of those stocks that, again, we got the same idea. It's driving on that AI news. The only thing really that's pushing NVDA right now, because NVDA is moving, right? Again, you can just look at the stock. It's just absolutely just catapulting, right? The only thing that pushing NVDA into the stratosphere is that AI news, okay? Chips, AI. Now, they suffered a little bit. You saw the downward trend here. This was because of all that China stuff going on, right? But then, they came out with a report that, didn't really affect things, because it's, just a small portion of their business, and they'll make back the revenue with their new chips that everyone's trying to get, because everyone wants to have the most powerful AI chips ever, right? If you're looking at the 4-hour chart and you're looking at this level right here, we look to be failing this level right here, which we can see is a previous resistance zone. Now, we could have gone up a little higher on the resistance zone, but we want meat and potatoes, right? You guys have heard me say that before. We want something in the middle of price action where we got a lot of movement, right? So meat and potatoes, this is our level. We failed this again. Now, Monday will be interesting. I may hold off on my NVDA trade and to see if we can hold this level or not. But if we start rejecting this level, I'm going to go short NVDA, and I'm expecting NVDA to at least go attack its 50-day right here at 218. And possibly, if we can get the continued pressure to the downside, we could even go see that lower fours, because that's still in that tight range of price action for NVDA, okay? Definitely down here at the low fours, we'd expect to see the rejection and a bounce from support, because we got strong support right there coming in. So resistance here, support, we're looking for it, okay? This is like the new battle zone. We can just shift the lines. I got the old chart here, but we can always just shift the lines. This is the battle zone. We breach the battle zone. We're looking for that follow through down here. And in fact, let's go ahead and just change these lines just to give you a visual representation. I'm pushing it up. I'm gonna bring battle zone right there. Bring the battle zone, and we're going to bring right there. There's your new triggers, okay? All within the same range, all within the time. So that's how I'm going to be trading NVDA going into next week. I'm expecting a little bit of downside because we're having trouble holding these upper levels, all right? Starting to see that sell volume come in. Now, sub indicators are indicating that we do got a little bit of an upswing, but again, we're right at that 50 line on the MACD, where if we break to downside, we're going to start seeing that pressure. RSI looks like it wants to creep to downside. SMI is already creeping, and this new one I'm playing with right here, this new sub indicator TSI, it acts as like a precursor to the RSI. So I'm going to play around with this TSI and see how it goes, but we're definitely getting the ideas. I'll be waiting for confirmation on the battle zone, and we'll play the trend either to the upside, to the downside. All right. All right, guys. Well, we're starting to die out here. People are getting to their Fridays. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Again, sorry about the YouTube thing. We'll go ahead and fix that over the weekend. I'll do some test runs, and we'll have that up and running so we don't have the echo. And stuff we want to do on Fridays, we want to have like a little 30-minute sesh, crank it out, do some charts, see what looks good for next week, and get you guys some of that knowledge. So appreciate you coming along with it, and definitely check us out. We'll have the stuff, the website, tradersboardroom.com. We got stuff popping off all the time. Have a good weekend. See you guys on Monday. Appreciate you, Daryl. AK.